So, good afternoon, everyone. Today, I invite you and thank you for coming, Sir Subin John Mathew, sir, who is going to speak on a session on exam and career, which is very in need actually. Sir, thank you for coming and giving your precious time to Career Naksha. And I'm telling something about our Subin Mathew, sir. He is clergy, psychologist, psychotherapist. He is expert in family therapy, individual counseling, premarital counseling, depression, and anxiety disorders. Completed MBA and worked in MNC as HR. Post theological studies had served among the Adivasi and Dalit communities. During COVID, started practicing counseling and is now registered as counselor in the Counselors Council of India. And his contact number is 9989811009. Thank you, sir, for coming. And now the whole show is yours. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Huma, for the wonderful time that you have taken to introduce me to the global media through Career Naksha. I'm really happy to take a session during this time because most of the youngsters, our teens and 20s, are rushing up with their competitive exams, career building, shifting of career, not knowing what to do, are stuck in some way or the other. Parents are burdened with the way the children are heading up with the pressures of their examinations and wondering how to deal with these things in this uh, uh, during this time. So that is when I decided that I will certainly take a session online so that it will be helpful for many who are part of Career Naksha, and even after once it's highlighted on the internet through YouTube channel and all, many people can get access through it and will be able to make use of this session as well. My goal today is to present about exams and career goal. We all have lots of ideas about exam. The first thing, if I ask somebody what comes in your mind about exam, is they would say fear. Some says it builds anxiety in them. Some says it's building stress. They are worried, tensed. So, is exam an abbreviation of FAST? Yes, exactly. That is what is happening uh, during this time. How many of us really dare to face exams in our life? See, exams are just to assess our ability, and these exams helps us to realize that where we stand in among lakhs of people, or among the lakhs of youngsters of my same age who are competing for a same uh, destination, rather, or for a same goal. Okay, it is something that assesses me that what I am today, and the very exam you write the next day, I am very sure the marks, the gradings, the score would be totally different from what you have scored a previous day. So what I would like to say is we need to learn to overcome these factors that are following through the exams. Exams should not take us to fear, anxiety, stress, or tension, but it should give us confidence. It should give us our goal. It should help us to build our career, and that is what is this session all about. Secondly, what does career give? What comes into our mind when we say about career? Career is something which builds a profession. Career builds security. If I ask people, what are you expecting from the career that you choose? They say that they want safety, they want money, they want pleasures. So, this is something which follows through career. Exactly. I don't deny that these are not these. I don't deny that these won't be a part of career. At the same time, as a psychologist, as a counselor, I would say a career should make us a better human, what we were from yesterday and what we are today. The very example that happened in couple of days back in Kerala, a doctor, Dr. Vandana, was killed by a person who is into the teaching field, and he had a thought that in his mind that somebody is going to come and kill him, and he has decided that he should kill the person who is in front of him, and that is how this murder has taken place. And we have lots of arguments coming behind it, but I want to say one thing is your career should make you a better person. Choose a career that makes you a better person from what you were yesterday and what you are going to be today. Thirdly, when it comes to a goal of a individual, of a child or of a student, there are two people who plays a prominent role in their life. The first people, group of people, is the parents, and then the teachers. Right from our childhood, we say that we have role models in our lives. So parents and teachers are models and role models of every student. Some say that their father is their role model, some say that their mother is their role model, and for some, the mathematics teacher or science teacher, they would always say that they have a model who is around this circle, either parents or teachers. So what is the role of a parent and teachers in order to build the career of a child, of an individual, is they always have to motivate, they always have to provide the basic needs that is required for the individual to achieve the goal or the career. They need to become the models or role models to every student, to every child, be it a son or a daughter. I would challenge the parents to be the models for their children. Even if a teacher has 100 students or 30 students in his class, in his or her class, no matter the number of students, all that matters is, are you a model, role model to the 30 students that you're teaching or the 100 students that you're handling? At least one should stand up and say that, yes, this teacher, she or he, is my role model. If that is something that is happening, then I would say that the parents and teachers are fulfilling their goals in order to help the child achieve his or her career. The other side of the coin that we can say is the relationship with peers that the students builds. So it's on one side of the parents and the teachers, the other side of the coin is the individual and the peers, the friends, the bonding that they build, the that helps them to compete in their lives, and at the same time there is a possibility that will build them to compare with each other, and I would say it in a positive sense, that helps them to achieve more goals and help them to succeed in their lives. Bonding with friends is very important as well. We learn from friends. I remember myself sitting and doing combined studies during our graduation, during our my post graduation studies and all. So the bonding is very important. And now when people go for tuitions and schools, hardly they build a relationship, a bonding, a friendship with anyone. Parents are so possessive that the children should reach home at the earliest. So either they go and pick them up, or they send a rickshaw or something. So what happens is the students and peers are not building any bond, then the career of the individual is not properly set. That is the drawback that happens when a person has no friends, when a person has no connection relationship with his own classmates or its own inmates. So the students and peers always has to have a good bonding. They have to face competitions together. They need to compare with each other and they need to grow in the positive sense. That is what is very essential in the in this. For today's session, I would abbreviate exams and career goals can happen when the parents and the individual, the student, is able to do these things. I will come to the students first and then I will go back to the parents. A student will always have a dream, a desire, a goal, and that dream could be to become a doctor, to could be become an engineer. Going back to their own parents, the parents will have another dear dream of a child. They would be willing that the child should become a advocate or should become a businessman or something. I remember a individual whose parent wanted him to become an engineer, but the student always loved, had a passion for music. You know what can happen when the child is pushed into the engineering field and has to undergo the teaching curriculum, which is nowhere related for his passion. He would be rather good if he can end up doing music as a course and become a great musician. But this, the shift of dream from parents to children and children to parents has to happen. That is why I say the parents should follow or should understand the dream of the individual. The students will have three aspects to follow. When they have a dream, they need to have determination, a thrust to achieve that dream, and utter dedication. A complete dedication is required for the child, for the individual. Unless and until the student has a set dream, set goal, the student cannot have a proper determination. The goal is not set. Once the goal is set, the dream there is always filled with the dedication, is filled with surrendering to each of their every minute is valuable for the student. So the parents should understand the dream. Rather, I would say, dream the dream of your child, dream the dream of your sons and your daughters. We might have had a dream that I wanted to become an engineer, but because of my financial conditions, my parents' financial conditions, I was not able to do that. So that should not be the dream put upon or kept as a burden to our child. Let them dream, and if possible, parents try to dream the dream of the child. Second thing, the student once has a dream, is determined about achieving it, is dedicated about it. The second stage is implementation and improvisation. How do we implement our dream? How do we improvise our dream? We need to have short term goals, we need to have long term goals, we need to be very particular about how we are going to achieve. For example, if a person wants to become do is doctor mbbs and become a doctor, we know that it's not that easy to become to clear the MBBS exam and become a doctor. No, there is a neat exam that the individual has to go through, and then there is a cutoff mark, and then there is this reservation seating, this and all. And say for the first attempt, the student has achieved some 250 out of 720. What is the implementation and the improvisation the child will make to achieve the dream in the next 1 year, if the individual is given opportunity to perform better? So in the next 1 year, the individual should actually try to ensure that the score 250 should become 550 or 600. Only then that improvisation happens. And what is the role of the parent? The parent needs to do investment. Yes, money is an essential factor. We cannot say that without money things can be done. So going to tuition centers or achieving some goals or attending some extra classes is very important. So as a parent, you have the responsibility to invest certain amount of money for the child, for the individual. Thirdly, the student has to experience, experiment, and become excellent. See, you have given 1 year of time. I'm taking the example of the same individual who is preparing for MBBS exam. The next 1 year, he has taken a long term coaching, and now what is that in that 1 year that he or she is going to achieve? He is going to experience, he is going to gain knowledge, he is going to experiment his own goal. He is going to experiment the exams, writing model 1, model 2, model 3, and by the time the final exam comes, the individual will become an excellent in the performance. As a parent, what can a parent do is keep encouraging. Encourage the child, the individual, in every corners of their lives. Be a motivating factor for them. As a teacher, as a parent, all that what we can do, what one can do is to keep encouraging them. Yes, you are doing well, you can do well. Keep encouraging them, keep motivating them. Finally, uh, a dream becomes, transforms the individual completely. It's very hard uh, path that one has to go through, and when one goes through this path, they will surely have tougher times. They will have to go through lots of difficulties, but the end is they become a new person, a transformed person. Their view of the world, their view of the world view, everything changes. The way they relate to people changes, the way they handle things changes, and they set different goals. A new goal is set, a new target is set. So that is what a career can do to an individual, a dream can do to an individual. And what is the role of the parent? I would say accept the parent and the student and treat them as prince and princess. Yeah, that is what Eric Byrne says. You are born as prince and princess. So make them feel that they are more precious and they are the best that God has given to parents. Moving on to the next slide, I would say a tip for individuals who are following the previous slide that I have showed, the short form diet. Okay, if you are following diet, then you need to become smart. Be specific with your goals. Be specific. Don't be vague. I have asked people, what do you want to do? They say, I want to do engineering. Okay, which stream? They don't know which stream they want to do. So, what is engineering all about? Is it just drawing, and is it that's the measurements that we have to do? There are various engineering courses that are available. So be specific of your dream. Be measurable. Your dream should be measurable. You should be able to achieve it within 3 years or within 5 years. It should be achievable. It should be relevant. It should not be say like you do your commerce background and you want to become an engineer. I know, we know that it's not possible. We need to have a mathematics background to become an engineer. We need a biology background to become a doctor. So have your dreams relevant to your field of your desire of your dream, and always have a time bound to your dreams. uh, your dream should have a time bound of 3 to 5 years, not exceeding more about that, or maximum say 6 years, but do not exceed beyond that. If that is possible, I'm very sure that every individual can achieve great goals in their lives. So this is the chart that I wanted to say. I know this is a very big chart and it's available online as well on Google. So I'm not going in deep into it. I just wanted to help you understand that if you see, there are various medical courses available. There are various allied health paramedical courses available. See, there are paramedical courses, engineering courses, humanity courses. We always need to understand what is our dream all about, what is the goal all about. So if you want to become a lawyer, so there are various ways how courses that is available to achieve that goal. You can do BA and then LLB. You can do BCom and LLB, BBM and LLB, BBA and LLB. So there are various things that we need to understand. And this is just a chart that I wanted to share so that we will be able to understand that there are various courses available to achieve one's dream. And looking at this site, this is the site of the sites of the courses that the competitive exams that in the national level that is available, and one can prepare for the national level competitive exams and then achieve their goals and their dreams and desires. Names of few competitive exams conducted by the governing authority. Indian Civil Services Union Public Service Commission conducts the exam. For example, ISRO, the ISRO Centralized Recruitment Board conducts the exams. If you want to become an LIC agent or so, then the Life Insurance Corporation of India conducts the exam. So these are the various exams that is available and conducted by the governing authority. Look at the streams that are available, the exams which can be which one individual can prepare. I will take the example of law. If you see law is your dream, then you can write common law admission test or all India law entrance test. For example, medical, if you are interested in the medical field, national ability come entrance test is available. MBBS exams are available, so you can individually decide to which exam you want to compete for. And these all, everyone don't go and attend all these exams, so your goal, your ambition should be so much determined that you will understand what is the path that you have to choose. The exams that are for people who want to go into the engineering field or into post graduation and all. See, these are the courses available. As a counselor, what I want to say is, destiny can be changed to reach our destination. You know, people get confused with what is destination and destiny. A person without destination will feel that his life is the destiny. But a person with a destination will be able to understand the destiny of his life. So, as a counselor, what can we do, or what can happen in our life, or what a counseling helps is, there is an example that I want to give. A child was born after the first child. This was the second child, and the parents wanted the child to be a boy. and through scanning, they have come to know that the child is a female child. So the parents, both the parents were very much dissatisfied of having another female child, because the first one also was a female, and the second child also is a female. So when the child is in the womb, the parents had this discussion, and they were like, let it be as our fate or our destiny. The child in the womb can write a script. So the script is written right from the womb. The child decides or makes a decision, uh, that I am least valuable for anyone in this world. So rewriting of the script can be done right from the womb. This is just an example that I'm telling. As a psychologist, if you feel that you are not able to make a decision to achieve any goal, then there is a script in your right from your womb which can be rewritten. Working on one's own ego state. Eric Byrne says that every individual has three ego states: the parent ego state, the adult ego state, and the child ego state. So, what happens is, uh, sometimes our parent ego state is always on a higher level, and sometimes our child ego states becomes higher, and sometimes it's contaminated, and we are not able to make decisions by ourselves, or we are not able to achieve any goals and all. So in that particular situation, counseling, as a psychologist, I can help you to uh, give value to each of the ego states and help yourself to be more adult, and then take more decisions by your own. There are three main aspects as a counselor that I want to try to make you understand is, we need to develop our awareness. We need to be aware of the realities. We need to be aware of the scenarios that's around, and that will help us to take a decision. The autonomy, that is called the autonomy. You are able to take a decision only when you are aware of the surroundings, only when you are aware of the realities around. And third thing is the intimacy that follows. Intimacy is you being true to yourself, you being right to yourself. You are not cheating yourself, you are not playing around with your own life. You are valuing yourself. So that is something which is essential, and counseling can help. And that is the end of this session. This is what I felt I would be taking today. And if you have any queries, you can reach me at my contact number 9989811009, or you can email me to my email ID subinjohn for you, SUBINJOHN number 4 alphabet U at gmail.com. Thank you. And thank you, Career Naksha, for the wonderful opportunity that was provided, especially Huma for taking time out. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Huma?
sir.
Yeah, Huma.
It was wonderful and very great, sir, knowledge you have shared, sir, for our parents and students. And it was really very, very good to know about all the points you shared with us, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Huma. Thank you. I'm
Thank you
free
for your
to
time.
take any decision discussions. If there are anyone who wants to discuss, we can go on board or offline, whichever is comfortable. You
So
can
they will
connect me.
connect you offline. I shared your phone number. Those who are
Thank you.
interested, they will really connect you. And many are very, very like happy after listening your session, sir. So everybody is saying thank you. On my personal messages also, they are saying thank you, Subin sir. Very wonderful session, nice session, informative session. Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sir, for your time, and thank you everyone who is watching this. Take care. Thank you, sir, again.